All right, guys, here we are. New month of Patreon. And first and foremost, I want to thank everybody that has stayed with me. I know there was some controversy at the end. It makes me not even want to read the comments, you know. But at the same time, I've put some thought into Patreon and how it should work. And what you guys want the most is stories, right? I'm going to introduce some new storylines this month. I feel like I'm behind a bit on some things, and we need to get them. You know, we got to get back to non-bitch level. So we're at bitch right now, and I go to Don't Be a Bitch Anonymous, so I can anonymously not be a bitch. Well, I guess this video is not getting monetized, but that's okay because I have you guys. So I realized that people don't really want the gifts or don't care about the gifts as much. By the way, I sent out the paintings. So Monte, that was an independent thing, but Travis and Alexis, you guys should have you guys got your painting. You sent me a text. Tedford, you got your painting. There's still the cans and the books from the raffle, and I dropped them off in Santa Barbara when I was up there this weekend. Joe has them, or he will have them tomorrow. Tomorrow he's gonna go swing by my parents' house and grab them. So the raffle prizes will be sent out. We got to do a town hall meeting soon because I paid for the nonprofit and that status is going to go through. So I want to get my ducks in a row. I do have some outside funding coming in for it, so I'm going to be able to offer some salary positions. We need to get a representative for each state, and I know a lot of people have volunteered their time to do it, and it's the only way that it's going to work. The way I see it is I'm going to find one person that's the head of it. Can't be a bitch. I mean, you can be a chick, but you can't be a bitch, and you can't be a guy bitch. And there's some straight up bitches, and it's Patreon too. It's like, guys, you fucking support me, and then you belittle me, and then what am I supposed to do with that? What am I supposed to do? I'll tell you what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to wrap it up in a balloon and boof it and hope that it makes me make funny clown jokes. I'm like, dude, I boofed some clown magic. And then, like, I squirt a gun and, like, flowers come out of it. Squirt a gun and flowers come out of it? Jesus Christ. See, this is what happens when I don't warm up. Thing is I feel like Patreon's more forgiving. So, anyway, first thing is this month, let's figure out how we're going to run the Paul Narcan project. Because there's enough junkies on here, enough former junkies, and there's enough people that aren't junkies at all. There's like, those junkies are fucking weird. Let's watch stories about them. Yeah, I love you guys the most. The junkies and ex-junkies, you guys are cool, but I mean, we have Hep C. Some have AIDS. Some have both. Some are dead, just watching from heaven. They're like, this guy's a demon. All he does is talk about being a crazy demon. No, well, I'm sorry. I'm probably being weird right now because of the peyote incident. Who the fuck doses somebody with peyote? Like, it's not just some like, oh, gave you a bud brownie that I knew was strong and I'm going to watch you, curl up in the fetal position and be scared off marijuana and be like, dude, it's only weed. That's happened to me before. I've had some nightmarish experiences on edibles. The peyote thing was interesting though, and I definitely want to do a psychedelic, series. I want to go back to juvenile delinquency. I want to go back to the how-to novels, or how to write a novel, how to write a screenplay. I think that I can contribute quite a bit to it. I'm working with Nick right now, and he's telling me that I'm a good teacher. He's already a good artist, but I'm teaching him more about writing. I think that I can do that for you, and I think that I'd like this community to be more than just a bunch of butt fuckers. A whole army of butt fuckers. Do you imagine that? some militaristic sex riot with like tanks. There's like some like weirdo driving the tank and he's just butt fucking fools with the little cannon thing. I'm just stuck on it, like, you know, one of those stuffed animal things that are like on antennas, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm like just leading this effort to just butt fuck like some obscure country. I don't know. I'm thinking Romania. Is that a country? I don't think that's a country. I don't know. Obviously I'm still being weird. So, and my ADD is just raging right now. It's like going off in different directions. So this is what I'd like to do with Patreon. This is the new thing. So first and foremost, we figure out the Paul Project. I think we'll do a live if I can ever figure out how to do one. I mean, my Wi-Fi is working fine. I just don't know why the lives don't work now. We figure that out. We do have some money, like I said, so there can be some paid positions. I want to find someone that's essentially the quarterback, you know, the president that's coordinating the effort. Because now that I have the nonprofit, we can do cool stuff. We can do like online gambling and like rake the pot, and we can start providing Narcan for free to people all over the country in places where it's not as accessible. Because there's places that you can't get it for free. You know, people, oh, they give me that for free. Well, there's a lot of states that they don't do that. You know, they're like, fuck those dope fiends, let them die. So we'll do that. Okay, so secondly, the gifts are not going to stop. It costs me a lot of money. I probably, you know, maybe a fifth of my Patreon income goes to sending out gifts. You know, shit's all expensive to make. And, you know, then we have to pay for sending it. We have to pay for the packaging, Joe's time. So there's a lot of overhead involved, but I'm grateful, you know, you guys support me. I want to show my appreciation, and I also want to focus more on stories. So this is how it's going to work now on Patreon. The first week, I'm going to do a story for each tier, but it's going to be accessible to every tier. So I'll do, you know, for example, I'll do the early access state prison series that's going to go on YouTube. That'll be for every tier. That's a $3 tier. Then like on the $10 tier, there'll be a Florida story. The first story that I do of the month for each series, no matter where we are, I'll put on every tier. You know, $20 tier, we're doing what really happened last year. We're doing China, which I need to finish. I need to wrap. I could probably wrap that up in a couple more videos. I'm going to introduce a new series this month. And then on the sponsors, I'm really scared to do it, but I want to do Parting with Celebrities. And I kind of want some feedback with that. Like, is it have the same value if I don't say who they are? Is that still interesting? I feel like in my delusions, I will come up in this world. And do I really want to kiss and tell like that? You know, do I want to? I mean, it's not like I ever boofed vitamin B complex with Charlie Sheen to have more energy so that we could 69. I mean, that never happened. But if it had, imagine if I told you about it and then you just happened to be with him. You're probably a hot tan guy. That's what he's into, apparently. I already was into like Corey Haim. That's what Corey Feldman says. I don't know. Corey Feldman has some of the same representation that I have. So I hear some crazy shit through the pipeline. So I do a sample story for every tier. So the first week of Patreon for the month will be every tier's hooked up. And then I'll start doing the tiers. I'll start doing the stories privately for each tier. So I'm going to do a new Florida story right now. And then I'm going to try to do a state prison story. It's like 2 a.m. right now. I got a new car today. I got a BMW 3 Series 2017. 39,000 miles on it. Little white sedan 3 Series. Nicest car I've ever had. And my parents helped me out with that. They haven't done something like that for me ever. They've never bought me a new car. So I think that's a testament to the growth that I've done this year. I feel like I really did earn it. I've done a lot of stuff that I'm proud of this year. I think I've grown up as a person. You know, I don't want you to think I'm still some drug-addled fuck. I'm not. I really did get that. That's an honest to God story. You know, I thought I was eating an edible and I tripped on peyote. It was fucking horrible too. Like, peyote's strong. Like, you know, with LSD, with mushrooms, like I have had like visual hallucinatory apparitions on LSD and on mushrooms. But peyote is not a punk. I got dosed another time at Burning Man with Paul with peyote. And somebody gave me some chai tea. And I got dosed. I started having a really bad trip because I was out in the desert and there was all these like cranes of dragons shooting fire. There was literally dudes just sucking other dudes' dicks because it's just everything's like, dude, let's just be understanding and let's suck each other's dicks. And the other guy's like, oh my God, plur, bro. There's weird shit like that going on. There's orgies. There's like organized orgies going on. Yeah. It's like you get a little brochure and it's like, meet here at 5 o'clock. We're going to fuck around a campfire. And I'm like, yep. All right, got any questions? I'm like, right here. I have herpes and hep C. Can I still be in the orgy? And then, you know, all of a sudden, they're not so understanding, are they? Well, brother, no, this is about a clean human connection. And, well, your dick looks like the before picture of the Proactive commercial. So, that's bad. And then there was this whole, okay, so, and then after I took the peyote at Burning Man, so I started having a bad trip. So Paul's girlfriend at the time, Paul disappeared for a whole week. Just disappeared. Took him to Burning Man and he disappeared. He went on some weird hallucinogenic bender. And then we found him. But I was with his girlfriend. I was with Jenny. And they ended up taking me to the infirmary because I was tripping so hard. I mean, this guy's like, hey, brother, you want some chai tea? And there was like these velvet, you know, tapestries and shit. I don't know. There's something about velvet tapestries that just kind of reek honesty and trustworthiness. So I was like, yeah, fuck. I mean, some guy in the middle of the desert with, you know, velvet tapestries is not going to dose me. Is there anything in this tea? Absolutely not. Okay. About an hour later, I start throwing up. Bad trip. I'm tripping balls. You know, I mean, there's the dick sucking, there's the orgies, there's thousands of people literally like riding naked on bicycles. And I'm just, it's blowing my mind. You know, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I'm in some glam rock video. Everyone's hair looks permed, which is hallucinatory. This is not reality, you know. I'm looking at Paul's girlfriend. She looks like a glam, effeminate male rock star with like a, you know, like a V-shaped guitar. It was very Bill and Ted, you know, bodacious. And I end up going to this infirmary. You don't want to go to an infirmary when you're at a festival like that, because what it is it's barracks. It's barrack style. So you feel like you're in some Vietnam like fever or something. And everybody's having a bad trip, you know? But fuck me, grandpa. Nobody said that, but just imagine a whole, you know, ward of people that are just, they're like, you know, like freaking out on that level. And I'm like, you know, I didn't like the visions that I was having, but it's better than this shit. These guys are fucking on one. So just imagine this barrack. It's like kind of like being in the movie Jacob's Ladder to a degree. But that's part of the psychedelic series. I think I'll just start going over all my trips. I mean, I had some pretty interesting ones that I think you guys will find some merit in. Yeah. So we're going to do that. So this is my monologue. Monologue is for the $10 tier and up. Once in a while, I throw it on the every tier, but I try to do these pretty frequently for the $10 tier. It just depends on how busy I am. I've been really, really busy. My birthday is Monday. I'm not like a big birthday guy, but it's been pretty amazing so far. You know, my dad got me a nice car, and you know that's never happened. So thank you, Frank Fridays. And then last night, Karina and I had sex, but it was fucking. Hey dog, we were fucking last night. She was wearing a naughty schoolgirl outfit. It was fucking female, dog. I'm going to be completely honest with you, kinda. She looked fucking bomb, dog. And hey, usually I close my eyes and I pretend it's a dude. I swear to God, dog, this bitch was so fucking fire, dog. She was such a bomb ass hyena that I didn't even pretend she was a dude, fool. I just fucked her but I have my finger up my ass, dog. I love you guys. Palabra.